go.
Well, good evening, everyone in Villa Park. I thought I would take this opportunity to go through a couple items with you. And this evening I have Sid Berg with me. Sid, it's glad to have you with me as moral support. So, again, thank you. I'm Rich Keener. I'm the village manager. And my friend here, Sid Berg, we're going to talk about a couple of topics. And one topic is transparency. Quite some time ago, I would say probably close to 6 months ago, the Village of Villa Park and some other public entities were rated. Their websites were rated for transparency to the public by the Illinois Policy Institute. We did not know, nor did the other entities, really understand that we're being rated. We just received an email one day that the Illinois Policy Institute went on our website, had a template, if you will, and graded us on certain areas. And then we received the email on how we did. And to be honest, folks, we did not do well. I think, if I remember correctly, the email had us at about 41%, and 100% was the top score. And the Village of Villa Park was low, along with maybe 4 other public entities. And what we did from that point is the staff made it a priority to go through the website, go through the template from the Illinois Policy Institute, and work back and forth to improve our score. And I'm happy to say that as of last Friday, the village received a score of 87.25%, which qualifies us, the village, for an award. And on November 26th, the award will be presented during the village board meeting. A lot of different things went into to that, and I'm going to kind of go through the website, because what we did prior to the Illinois Policy Institute grading our website, we did not have a transparency button. But if you go to the government, the top button is transparency in government, so you can click it, and it comes up. So what we did as staff, we put on this single hot button area, this section, a lot of information for the citizens. For example, Sid, we've put some pictures up there of all the trustees, phone numbers, emails. So we've done that. If you want to staff, administrative officials, you can take a look at this. Here's community development, Patrick. Economic development, Mamie, finance, fire, police, who the department head is, where the address of that particular building, the phone number, and any email. So you've got a tremendous amount of information there. And if you go back to the main page again, we've got public records. If you go here, you can go into the Freedom of Information section where you can file the FOIA. You can learn different things about the FOIA. It also has the contact names and phone numbers of the FOIA folks for the village, so you know who you need to talk to and their phone numbers. Additionally, number 4 here has budget information. So if you would click on this, we have about many different budgets, and you can see our last audits from 2011, 2012, all the way back to 05, 06. You've got fiscal year ended 4/30/00. That's the treasurer's reports. We've got 4 years of those. We've got the amending ordinances of the budgets from last year, the budget presentation. So we've got all kinds of different information. And I'm back to the main transparency page again. You can go through the financial audits. You can go through the treasurer's reports here. You can go through the AP checks, accounts payable. If you click on number 7, it's the Public Act 97-609, which is basically all of our salaries. And we're going to be going through this and updating it with updated salaries and allowances and things of that nature. Probably within the next 6 weeks. We're doing a software change right now in finance, and so it's really difficult to update this particular portion of the page. But in about 6 weeks it won't be, and we'll update it at that time. But kind of gives you a lot of different information. So I'm going to take us back to the first page. And in number 8, you can go through the contracts. So you've got vendor contracts for the last 4 or 5 years. You've got union contracts, which would be ASME, which would be firefighters, which would be the Teamsters, which would be MAP. You've got the bidding information, open bids if there are any. Number 9, the associations and memberships that the village and the department heads belong to. You've got the amusement tax under 10, taxes and fees, which discusses building division permits, commuter parking fees, amusement taxes, and it goes down into even the EMT and medical transportation tax fees, etc. Goes into hotel motel tax. Goes into miscellaneous license fees. Right there is the amusement device license. So there's a lot of different information. Goes into the places of eating or restaurant tax. You have your forms there and your remittance form. Now we're down into the property tax and EAV, how to calculate it. This portion is the sales tax rate of Village of Villa Park. And it shows you how it's all developed, 7.75%. So we've got a tremendous amount of information here for you at your fingertips. And again, we received a new percentage award. The percentage is 87.25, so we're very happy with it. Once we make a couple other adjustments, we should be in the 90s, which is outstanding. And again, on November 26th, we'll be presented an award for all the work we've done and the things we've accomplished. And so, again, please visit the site. It's under Government, Transparency in Government, just one button, and you can click, and there's lots of different information. And in about 6 more weeks, we'll redo the Public Act, salaries and things of that nature, and that'll be up to date once our software is changed. And then I wanted to take a moment and talk a little bit about, in the past there's been a couple of articles written on transparency having to do with my contract. My contract was approved by the Board of Trustees, and it was placed on the agenda. The board wanted to see the contract and have reviewed it, etc. It was removed a couple times from the agenda. One time it was not transmitted to the board. That was my fault. If you're familiar with our agendas, and the packets are usually about 150 pages, so it was not put in there. That was my fault. One time, for not being voted on and removed, our village attorney wanted to be here and to discuss it, which she actually created the document and modified it and then presented it to me and the board. The things that are in my contract discuss many different things. Some benefits could be dues and subscriptions, could be vehicle, wages, insurance, many different things. And it's all transparent in a document, and it's been placed here at the village for anyone to look at. If you want to look at it, you can FOIA it and take a peek at it. There's nothing there that's a shock. Not many changes from the first contract after my first year, just a couple of adjustments that the board agreed to, and the changes were very minimal. But again, thank you for being with us this evening. Thank you, Sid, for the moral support. And look for the award on November 26th. And if you have any questions, please give me a call. Please email me. My office is in the Village Hall. If you have any questions about my manager's contract, please give me a call. I'll be happy to show it to you, explain it to you.
This has been a presentation of TV VP Style, your cable commission in action, and you've been listening to the first part of a beautiful presentation by Manager Keener. So long.
Good night, everyone.